Hello, my gorgeous friend. Welcome to the manifesting course. We are on module 3, which is all around letting go. This is the part of the manifestation sequence that I don't see many teachers talking about. This is the part that really tripped me up. But once mastering this and getting better at doing this part, manifestations start to come in so much quicker. And you'll start to realize one of the reasons why it feels like manifestations aren't working, they aren't coming in. This is the phase where we have to shed the old skin. Just like this tree over here, this fall tree. The leaves need to fall away. That's obviously a fake tree, but it's used as an example of nature knows this. If we want to have new leaves come and blossom, we want to have flowers bloom, the old ones need to fall away. When it comes to manifesting love, letting go of your ex, the avoidant, your situationship, when you're holding on to them, just waiting and hoping and wishing that you'll just have them as a filler in the meantime of while your soulmate is taking their sweet time, you are energetically blocking yourself off and putting it out to the universe, to God, that you are unavailable. Your situationship is going to go on another year, another 2 years, another 3 years, or you'll be like me, 5 total years. Snakes have to shed their old skin in order to be a new shiny snake. Nature sees this, nature knows this. And as humans, the way that we manifest, the way that we step into a new identity, the way that we embrace the life, the woman that we are trying to become, is we let go of the old identity. And so many of us humans suck at this. Why? Because we have human emotions. And the human emotions that are very uncomfortable, such as grief and despair, are ones that we try to avoid like the plague. But when you can handle those emotions, whether by yourself or with a therapist, with a coach, with a healer, you will be free. It's natural to let go. How many relationships do we have that are actually permanent in our life, that are lifelong relationships? It is very rare that a relationship in our life is a lifelong relationship, AKA most relationships in our life are going to serve us for a season, for a purpose, and then we're going to be complete with them. But for some reason, we hold on for dear life to expired connections, expired identities, expired locations, roles, labels, all of these things that are preventing us from moving forward. And so a lot of this work here is that if you're saying you want to make more money, you want to be a millionaire, you want to make $10,000 a month, you want to lose 30 pounds, you want to get really into your fitness, the old you, the old habits, the patterns, the way of thinking, the way of being, it has to die. It has to wither away. We have to get more comfortable with this. Another one that really keeps us stuck in the old identity is resentments. Resentments are a huge block. Every time that this person's name comes to mind, you will shoot off certain chemicals and reactions that flood your body that prevent you from being in the energetic state of joy and peace and love and happiness, which are very potent states to manifest from. It's not impossible, but it's a whole lot harder when you're holding on to a lot of resentment, anger, guilt, shame, blame. All of those are very low frequencies. They're very dense. They're very heavy. It's not that they are wrong. They're indicating something to us, so we don't want to curse them away. But when we allow them to just linger there and sit there, it's very hard to manifest and bring in the thing that we are calling in. Why? Because the thing that you're calling in, it vibrates at a much higher frequency. It's a lot lighter. It's a lot more clear. It brings more peace. You can breathe better. If you're holding on to the things that make it hard to breathe and hard to function and give you brain fog and migraines and all of these things, very hard to then be an energetic match to the thing that you're wanting. A lot of manifestation teachers would say that this is like you're on the wrong radio station and you're hearing static, but you're hoping to hear Katy Perry. You have to tune to the right station, then the right music will play. Same thing, you got to tune to the right frequency, the right energy, the right thoughts, the right beliefs. Then what you see and experience in your reality will start to shift. But the part that I think trips almost everybody up is that you're not letting go of the old ways. You're not letting go of the resentments. You're still feeling justified in the ways people have cheated on you. I had somebody move out on me with no warning. The times when you were completely in love and then you find out they're with another woman. That sick to your stomach, heart sinking down feeling. We carry that. And because that pain was so great, we say, I don't want to ever then open my heart up to love. I might consciously be saying, I want to open my heart up to love. But deep down, I keep settling or only attracting narcissist and avoidance because I'm too afraid to get my heart broken that last time I felt so in love, so on top of the world. My heart was shattered. I was sick for days. I was depressed. True story. So why after that relationship did I only date people who were abusive, who were condescending, who were mean, who were flaky, who were crazy narcissistic? Because I actually consciously chose that rather than the potential of my heart getting shattered again. So I didn't allow myself to actually go for or be available or open to somebody who was going to treat me amazing and I would feel those feelings of in love the way I felt with that person. That's what happens to us. That's what trauma is. We feel light, we feel high, we feel on top of the world, and then boom, there's a crash. There's an interruption, rug swept under the feet. The other shoe dropped. And so, what we're doing as adults now is we're still tiptoeing around trying to prevent those inevitable things that are going to happen in life. It is like saying we want to live, but we're just having a cage around us because what if a snake comes? What if we get bit by a dog? What if something happens? What if something falls on us? That's how most of us are living. We're living in a cage, but that's the problem. You're not really living then. So my greatest invitation is that walk out of the cage and know that life will come at you, but this is a lot of my woman in power work when we get to that. A woman in power can trust that when life comes at her or the scary snake shows up, the animal shows up, she can face it. She can handle it. She will know what to do in the moment. An example I like to share about to a lot of my clients is it's almost like we're living with this fire extinguisher and we always are walking around with this heavy, inconvenient fire extinguisher just in case there's a fire. When we're in our power and we're trusting, we're connected to our higher power, we live life trusting and knowing that there's either going to be a fire extinguisher in under your sink, in your apartment complex, in your house. When the fire comes, you will be well equipped and have the common sense and the immediate adrenaline rush and will sort it out and do whatever it takes to put out the fire. It is the same thing with what we are doing and why we're dodging our manifestations all the live long day. I started to realize because there was a phase in my business years ago, I had a course called Love Yourself Thin and Inner Goddess Academy. I really helped women with the mindset aspect of losing weight. This was one of the reasons I discovered diets weren't working for people or they weren't sustainable. There oftentimes was a trauma or a story or a fear that was linked to the weight or the body that they keep trying to get to. For example, I've had a client who was raped at a certain weight and feeling light and confident in her skin. So again, that's one of the traumas that happens when you're feeling light and in love and on top of the world. Something that never wants to be repeated. So because that's actually what's living under the surface, she might think I'm trying all the diets, I'm doing everything. Why is nothing working? Because it's trying to prevent touching that fear and that pain, that darkness. It's too linked to each other. So what a lot of us have is that weight loss equals pain. Love equals pain. Business, money equals pain. If you ever had a large sum of money and then you lost it all, and that feeling of, oh my God, oh my God. And then you could barely eat, could barely pay your bills. It then feels very scary to take the risk and hire the mentor and do all the things. And for whoever needs to hear this, because I'm getting the intuition with the weight loss thing, something I've also seen clients is that if they lose 30 pounds, for example, the weight, the number that they keep saying that they want to lose, then it's going to be uncomfortable when everybody keeps asking them and telling them, oh my God, you look so different. What did you do? And then, for example, if you've taken Ozempic or something like that, and then you feel uncomfortable and you feel like they're going to judge you or they're going to say, oh my God, you look so much better. It's going to make you think, well, then did I not look good back then? I've seen it in clients where then now you're going to have to go get all new clothes. You have to get new headshots. One of the biggest thing, like, let's look at that. We're oftentimes afraid of other people, what other people are going to say, what other people are going to do. We are giving our power away to people instead of giving our power away to our higher power. That's when we become free. Take a look at any of the things that you are setting the intention to manifest. And now take a look. This is the part that I think can really help you. Take a look at all the reasons why you actually are afraid of that thing. You don't think you deserve that thing. You're afraid you're going to lose that thing. You're afraid that thing's going to run out. You're afraid responsibility is going to come. You're afraid you're going to miss out. You're going to afraid whatever you're afraid of. I guarantee you have fears that are underneath the surface that are the main thing actually that are preventing you from doing the action steps. Too many of us are trying to make more money and start the business and lose the weight and go to the gym and go on dating apps. But we're not actually resolving the issue that's underlying of what within me doesn't want it or feel ready for it or think I deserve it. So that's why a lot of your effort then doesn't last. It doesn't work. It's not sustainable because you're not tackling the actual issue underneath. When you tackle the actual issue underneath, naturally as a byproduct, the 10% of it will be create a course like this, start your business page, go live, go on the dating app. The action step is naturally going to follow suit. It's actually universal laws. When you are intending something and you really create it and visualize it and believe it's done and you work through all those limiting beliefs and fears and the reasons why you don't want it, naturally everything is trying to be rearranged and moved in your favor. You're going to notice synchronicities, coincidence, people in your field. Everything is trying to help you and support you. So we gotta let go of all the things that are blocking us from receiving it. For example, if you're manifesting love, would you like it if the partner you're manifesting is still entertaining their ex just as a filler? Or would you be infuriated, like I would be, of why aren't they looking for me? Why are they entertaining this person they know isn't the one when I'm sitting here manifesting them? So you yourself then wouldn't be doing that. Are you creating space for the thing you want? I used to help, and I still do. A lot of clients manifest their partner. That's actually pretty much one of my greatest gifts on this planet is I like to call myself the soulmate whisperer. Even my clients who didn't believe anymore that they had a soulmate, they thought they were too far gone, too late, too old, yada, 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 manifested their soulmate. Like that's my thing. And something that I discovered was that if the person was dropped on their doorstep that day or they walked out of their building and they met that person, a majority of them didn't actually feel ready. They wouldn't be ready. They felt they needed to get certain areas in order. They would feel insecure. They wouldn't feel good about their body, about their finances, about all these things. And this is why I'm so big on go prepare for it as if that person you were going to meet them today. If you don't feel ready for it, what area do you not feel ready for it? Go get ready for it. And also don't let that mean that doesn't mean you can't meet your person just because you don't feel ready for them. You could. It's up to God. It's up to the universe. But your job right now is remove all of these barriers. Take a look at why you're afraid. Okay, maybe I'm afraid of actually being with the super hot, successful guy that could get with anyone, even though that's probably the guy I want. That would be more of a match for me because he might get too much attention and then he'll see somebody else who's even better than me and then she'll be like a fitness model and he'll leave me for her. That's the stuff we got to clean up. And how would I clean that one up? I would go back to what are my gifts? My heart, my intention, how great of a partner I am. I'm loyal, thoughtful, supportive, uplifting, encouraging. I cook, I spoil, I help. I'm chill, I'm cool, I'm easy to be with. I'm fun, I'm funny, I'm smart, I'm intellectual. I would then go into how big of a loss it would be if they messed it up with me and they did decide to leave or they did decide to cheat. I would go into the energy of that's their loss, that's too bad, it will hurt, it will sting. But at the end of the day, I know who I am, I know whose I am, and I know I'll recover from this. And I know that another bus is coming, another train is coming. I think a lot of us can get so into black and white thinking, and we get so stuck in this is how it's going to be forever and it's going to be permanent. There will always be another relationship. There will always be another job. There will always be another opportunity in your business to launch another offer, launch another product. Too many of us get way too hung up with the perceived failures or it not happening or it's been so long. What if you, from this moment forward, you're the kind of person who doesn't quit or give up no matter what? You pivot, you tweak, you take a break, but you don't throw in the towel. Too many of us are too fixated on our actual outer reality and circumstance. And to be a magnificent manifester, we got to get much better at trusting and believing our imagination and the vision, no matter how freaking long it takes. Think of it like you planted a seed and you're growing an oak tree, a willow tree, a forest, a whole field, a vineyard. We don't expect that that happens right away, just like we know when we conceive a child, that takes 9 months or so. Sometimes with our manifestations, we're wanting the child in 3 months. And sometimes things like that are possible. But for the majority of our dreams, especially the big ones, they take time. Are you just focused on the short term? And if it hasn't happened now, but it happened for that person, that means it's not happening for you. We have to let go of that. Look at so many other, I could look for me, like Mel Robbins, for example. When did she peak? Louise Hay. I don't even think she started Hay House until she was 50. And she lived on to be, I believe it was 87 or 93. Something like that. Died of natural causes in her sleep. But 50, this famous, brilliant woman who's completely changed my life, changed millions. Her book, You Can Heal Your Life, which I recommend to everybody. My 3-week self-love course was based on the premises of that book and how crazy it changed my life. But that book, You Can Heal Your Life, sold 50 million copies. She didn't even start until 50. So we gotta stop holding on to these excuses of I'm too late. I had a client of mine, she got pregnant at 41. Giselle got pregnant at like 42. We do this to ourselves because sometimes when it's the standard or the societal norm, or we look to somebody we really are inspired by and they got married at 24 and they've had all their kids by 35. And then we're 35 and it's like, I haven't gotten married or had kids yet, so it's not meant for me. And then we'll fail to look at all the stories of the people who didn't even meet their partner till 36 and we think they're amazing and they have a happy family and 4 kids and whatnot. Our brain sometimes it plays this trick on us where we look around to all the people who have certain circumstances and life situations that maybe happened a little bit faster than ours. And we think because we're not on that same timetable that it's not happening for us. And that's when a lot of us, too many of us, throw in the towel. I want to help expand this conversation and have more of us who are in it no matter what, no matter how long it takes. And a key thing here right now is your level, your version of success. My mom's version, and I used to judge it, was to be a stay-at-home mother. That was her dream. That's what she then got. I used to think, why don't you work? Why don't you have ambitions? Why don't you have a career? Her dream was to be able to be a full-on stay-at-home mom. able to come to every single sporting event, didn't miss a single one, able to be there in the morning, able to be there when I got home from school, able to pick us up, able to take us shopping, take us to the movies, help us, and have a good, clear mind energy where she didn't have to worry about working and going to a career. And I asked my dad, did you wish mom worked? And he said, no, I loved it. And in his culture too, it's widely accepted. That was their dream. It might not necessarily be my dream. There's aspects of that that I love, but I learned to respect people's dreams just because they're very different than mine. I have some clients who are doctors. I have some clients who are nurses. I have clients who are teachers. I have all sorts of clients, all age ranges too. And believe it or not, me being in my 30s, I have a lot of clients in their 50s and in their 60s. Clients my mother's age who listen to me and hire me year after year after year. One client in particular, she's worked with me 3 or 4 years now. Her dream is not my dream to be a speaker and an author and all these things. Her dream is that she's lives a little bit above average. The mortgage is always paid, the white picket fence, maybe 2 kids, husband, happy, great job, great paying job. Can go on a trip if she wants to go on a trip. Like that's her level of massive dream. And I used to not believe that. I used to think everybody wants to be on Oprah or an entrepreneur or on Forbes. I didn't realize that actually that's not that way. And it's not meant to be that way. That's the beautiful thing about what makes this world. We all have different dreams. But my biggest thing I want to share with you, because my work is all around coming home to yourself, which means your internal vision and dreams and desires, which are all different. They may all entail similar things. We want freedom, we want security, we want fulfillment. Yes. But the path, the route, the way for all of us, it looks different. I started to learn sometimes we'll take blind advice of, well, cheer up, go play your guitar. If you told that to me, that would make me feel 10 times worse because I have no idea how to play the guitar and I will get frustrated and it will sound so bad. But somebody who loves guitar and that's their passion, that's their hobby, that will be the thing to cheer them up. So sometimes too, we are blindly following advice and guidance and we're not tuning into our own. And so I have a big mission of tuning into your own guidance, your own vision, your own dream. The kind of love that sets my heart on fire might be so opposite and different than what you like and what you want. Choose to go towards and be open and available for your dream and your vision. And let go of when other people are trying to give you advice that doesn't match it. Let it go over your head. I think too often we're bombarded with opinions and criticism and what friends and family think. And even it could be me, or it could be another influencer or speaker or somebody of influence. And you're blindly taking their advice and guidance. And then you're wondering, why am I depressed? Why is it not working for me? We have to take information with a grain of salt and apply what works and let go of the rest. Reconnect with your vision, your dream, your manifestation. One big thing I don't want to forget to say here is that sometimes asking for things and specific details is sometimes it's focused too much on our will versus God's will or your higher power's will. Think about this, the example I'll give you. That relationship you so wanted to work out and you wanted them to ask you to be their girlfriend. You wanted them to propose. You wanted, like, where is it? Where's the ring? And that, for me, that person ended up moving out on me with no warning. I had wanted to marry that person. But if I was honest with myself and after the relationship and reflecting, that guy was horrible to me. I gained so much weight. I had extreme depression and fatigue. I was getting constant UTIs, infections. I was in pain. He wasn't nice to me. He brought me down. He told me the back of my legs don't look good. I would be beautiful if it wasn't for the back of my legs. Or something along, everything about you is beautiful, but the back of your legs. He told me he had already met his soulmate before me, but she didn't want to be with him. He was mean. He would gaslight me. He would lie to my face. He would call me crazy. He would call me stupid. He would say all these things. And then I would find out every single thing where my gut told me was off that I was right about. So my will would have been marry this dude who was horrible to me, but God's will was so much better. So the point here is hanging on to the overall desire. This is just my suggestion and some things I've come to experience that have helped me. So I just want to share it with you. Instead of getting so hung up on the exact manifestation I think I want, I've started to learn if something doesn't work out, it's okay. If it's really meant to be with me, if I really believed that, it will happen. So if a guy ghosts me or he doesn't want to commit to me, I had to start to learn that it's okay and to stop forcing. I used to be a forcer. Are you a forcer? Well, I think we should get together. Like, let's try this out. You're just scared. I used to try to talk myself and that person into making it work when it clearly wasn't fully a match. I was trying to fit a square peg in a round hole. Didn't fit quite right. But I've noticed this with a lot of females, especially a lot of my clients, and I see it with my male clients who are dealing with females, is that when the man isn't fully feeling it, the woman sometimes wants to hold on for dear life and convince him and change his mind and try again. And she doesn't just say, okay, like once he realizes he's not fully into her and he tries to let her down in a nice way. Sometimes women, we can be brutal. If a man's not feeling it, it's not because you're not good enough. He's just not that into you. Yes, we'll agree. It is a blow to the ego, but it's not he's just not that into you because you're not good enough. And that's the part that changed my whole world. This is woman in power work. But this part changed my whole world where I realized the man who I'm meant to be with is going to be wildly crazy about me and in love with me, can't get enough of me, wants to be around me, wants to see me, wants to talk to me, wouldn't risk losing me. So this man who is risking losing me and is okay with not being with me and can go days without talking to me, that doesn't mean I'm not beautiful enough. That doesn't even mean somebody else is better. It just means God didn't put the pull, the desire within him. Why? Because he wasn't the one who was supposed to receive that. Somebody 20 million times better for me was. Can you see that? Can this start to open up something for you where you redefine the rejection and you actually see that it can be protecting you and that the thing that you think you want maybe isn't right? I have a mentor, a lot of you might know her. She was in a relationship for 4 years, wanted the ring with this person, the kids, and he just kept waiting and stalling and waiting. He goes on an ayahuasca journey and meets this other woman and ends up leaving her and is with her and moves in with her like very quickly. And it destroys my mentor. And he tells her something. He was like, one day you're going to thank me. And of course, that made her sick to her stomach and felt horrible. Nobody likes that in the moment of pain. But in hindsight, it's true. She then met her now partner she's married to and has two beautiful children. He knew the second he saw her. And he is so much more attractive, so much better, crazy about her, all the things. He didn't need convincing. He didn't need to wait. Like, and they moved really fast, relatively. The man of 4 years wasn't meant to select and choose her and have that knowing because had he, she would have missed out on the one who knew from the second he saw her and he wanted to know, how am I going to get this girl? That's how we get to feel with our partner. So this went a little bit down the love and relationship rabbit hole, but have it be useful to any area of your life. See why you don't want it. Where are you not being in integrity and alignment with that version? To me, I like to more so pray for peace, pray for love, happiness, fulfillment as best I can because naturally results, relationships, outer circumstances are going to follow suit of those things. And then I don't get in the way of thinking I know what's best or hung up if something doesn't work for me. This is where acceptance comes in. This is where letting go, being okay no matter what happens. Even if somebody cheats on you or leaves you, I guarantee you've probably already dealt with that. You can handle it. Maybe you're afraid you don't want to get your hopes up because you'll be disappointed if it doesn't work out. You're already disappointed. Might as well put that potentiality and possibility out into the universe in the name of I can handle disappointment. And if it doesn't work the first time, the 10th time, the 100th time, I'm still going to keep working towards my dream. If you are that kind of person, you can't fail. It's not possible. The only way you'll fail is if you stop because you're letting disappointment get in the way. You're letting failure get in the way. You're letting rejection get in the way. You're letting somebody who cheated on you twice, two people cheated on you, three people, 10 people cheated on you, and now you feel like you're doomed to that. Let me tell you something. 10 people, let's be generous, 20 people have cheated on you and broken up with you. That is 20 people out of 8 billion people. The thing here is it's our own story, our own narrative, our own insecurities. And so the world mirrors back to us these wounds in order for us to try to heal them and close them out. Once the pattern's learned and the wound is healed, you won't keep attracting that, and you'll realize, oh my God, there are men who are so loyal, who choose me from the start, who respect me. It's not that I'm unlovable and I'm just doomed with a stamp on my forehead that says cheat on me. It's that that's been my pattern. And when I can see my part in it, then I can start to heal it. I won't entertain then the ones who gave me the red flags from the start. All those people who cheated on you or left you or didn't want to be with you, they gave you red flags from the beginning. So we start to heal what within us talks ourselves out of these red flags and swims when it says shark infested water. That's the part we can change. That's what we need to step into, a new identity, a new version of ourselves. You're praying to be wealthier. You're praying to be healthier. You're praying to be happier, sexier, all these things. Walk like it. Talk like it. Be that version. If you think that that version would dress better, it doesn't matter. This dress is from Ross. You can wear and buy cute things without needing it to break the bank if that's what you're waiting on. And you also don't need to spend as if you are that millionaire yet, because that then wouldn't be a match, because once you spend that money, you would go into scarcity and frantic. So that wouldn't be the match of living and acting as if you're a millionaire. You would create and feel the feelings of why do you even want to be a millionaire? And that's the last thing we'll leave tonight's talk on. Not that I think that this makes or breaks a manifestation, but I think it can help and support, is taking a look at, why do you want that relationship? Why do you want to be a millionaire? Why do you want to be a stay-at-home mom? Why do you want whatever it is that you want? Why do you want to lose more weight? The answer that it's going to give you is what you can start doing and cultivating and creating for free today, right now. You want to lose weight? Okay, because you want to feel more secure in your skin. You want to feel confident. You want to feel happy. You want to feel free. Awesome. You want more money because you want to feel freedom. You want to feel security. You want to play. You want to take a deep breath. Do that now. You want love because you want companionship. Go be with your friends. Watch a dog. You want somebody to share your life with. Go serve a community. Catch up with your mom. You want love. Feel the love. Create the love. Be the love. The mirror, the world around you, is going to reflect back to you what you are, just like a physical mirror again, right? You turn your hand like this, the mirror obeys. Reality is obeying who you think you are, what you're believing, what you're fearing. It's not the problem with the reality, which is where most of us are trying to change and wondering why it's not working and why I'm exhausted and why I'm depleted. Change the thing that's going to be reflected out onto the mirror. AKA heal your wounds. Change your story. Talk kinder to yourself. Believe you're the kind of person who is chosen and you're only attracted to somebody who chooses you. The mirror will start to reflect back people who choose you. And if somehow some people get in the way and they come to you and they're not choosing you, it's a test to not entertain it or go down that route. Just like in school, when you learn something and then you go and take a test, other than having test anxiety, oftentimes if you don't know the answer, you don't really know it. I think life is like that. Big school of lessons. Did we really learn the lesson, or do we need to go back and redo it or study a little bit more until we can pass it? So my invitation for you is to let go. of who and what is not in alignment with the path that you are stepping into. Change the thing in the mirror. It's not the mirror. Don't change the outer, change the inner. The outer will change naturally. Let the universe, God, the physical world catch up to your manifestations. This is the part where I think everybody has a hard time, in the darkness, in the void, in the crumbling, where it looks like it's not working, it looks like it's falling apart. It just means reality is rearranging. Give it time to come together and it will be amazing. It will be beautiful. Don't quit before the miracle, which most people do. Be the kind of person who keeps going. And if love and relationships is an area you're working on, you want to really be that dream woman. You want to stop entertaining narcissist avoidance situationships. You want to stop settling. You want to get better at rejecting and getting rejected. You want to be initiated into being that powerful, secure woman. Doesn't matter the age you're at. That course I recommend is Woman in Power. I'll put that information below. I think any woman who struggled in love would majorly benefit. If you're a man listening somehow, I have a Man in Power program as well. So just shoot me a DM for that one. Thank you so much for being here. I look so forward to bringing you the fourth module of this, which is going to tie it all together and get this process to be fun. There is a meditation, a visualization that I am in the process of creating for you too, to really help you change the brain waves so you can get to a more relaxed state. You can impress that subconscious mind, the one where your reality starts to mirror back to you, and we can have some fun with that. So I'm going to post everything below. Shoot me a message on Instagram at Dr.Onalee. And I would love if you want to subscribe to the YouTube channel. That way you won't miss any other episodes and we can start to reach some more people. So let's go ahead and do this thing. Have an amazing rest of your day. I'll talk to you soon.